Hey everyone, welcome back to Beam Mother Reviews, and today we've got The Flash from Sideshow Collectibles, and no need to adjust your speakers, you heard correctly. Sideshow has finally made the Scarlet Speedster. Was it worth the ridiculously long wait? We'll find out in the review next. Alright, before we get too far into the review, I gotta give a shout out to Starbase Collectibles for loaning me this statue for the review. They are a local based company, but they do service Canada wide, so make sure to check them out on Facebook at Starbase Collectibles. Alright, now if you are a longtime collector like myself, you probably remember the day that Sideshow announced they had the DC license, and it was a glorious day. I remember the teaser video that they dropped. They had all these concept sketches for the characters they were going to do, including this guy right here, and things were going to be amazing. Fans were so excited, and Sideshow came running out of the gates full speed ahead. They gave us the Joker, and Batman, then Superman, and Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. It was amazing. And then we got another Batman, and then another Superman, and then another Batman, and then a Lobo, and then a whole host of lesser tier characters. And no offense to the big time Cheetah fans out there, but you're going to do Cheetah before you do the Flash? I mean, it was just an ongoing joke. People would ask, hey, are we ever going to get character X? And people would say, yeah, maybe we'll get him right after they do the Flash. And that was just another way of saying, there's no way in hell Sideshow's ever going to do that guy. So it just was this running joke, as I said. But then Sideshow got one of the best sculptors in the industry today, Mr. Daniel Bell, and things started to happen. Magical things started to happen at Sideshow. And then last year at San Diego Comic-Con, finally, they revealed the Flash. He was here. Finally, people were so excited about it. And we're going to find out right now, was this statue worth the wait all those years? Well, let's start off with sculpt and design next. Alright, I mentioned last segment this statue is sculpted by Daniel Bell, who is absolutely one of the best artists in the industry today. He already has a tremendous portfolio behind him, including this Electro on the shelf behind me, and with Sideshow the last few years he's done some of the greatest characters around, like of course Daredevil, Captain America. He did the recently revealed Silver Surfer. And then Sideshow tasked him with finally bringing to life the Flash for the DC Comics line. Now there's two things that I know I'm going to get when I hear Daniel's name attached to the project. One is great muscular anatomy, and two is a great portrait, and you definitely have both of those here. I mean, just look at this guy. He's long and lean. He's got a very athletic build, and he's absolutely shredded. You can see every muscle through his chest and arms and his back, and his legs look long and strong like a runner should. I mean, he did a great job on the body type for this character. The portrait, he's got a very focused and determined look, but he's got a little bit of that Barry Allen smirk as well, so great job there. Now the suit, I love that they didn't try to mess around with the suit too much. This is a classic looking Flash. They added some wrinkles and folds. They added some panel lines to modernize it a little bit. He's got the soles of his boots detailed as well. So it's just a nice classic looking Flash, as I said. So great job there. Design wise, I mean, it's a pretty basic Flash running through the street, but there's something about the Flash that's hard to capture, and it's that element of speed. It's one thing to make the character running, it's another to make them running at light speed. Now, one of the things that was critiqued about this statue when it was first revealed was that his limbs, specifically his arms, looked too long for his body. And I'm not going to deny that entirely. I think they do look a little bit longer than your average statue, but to me, to my eye, that just enhances the speed element of this statue. You can see he's already leaning quite far forward, so he does look like he's running fast, but these longer limbs just enhance that even more in my eyes, especially when you look at him straight on. I look at him and I see a guy who's about to run right through me, which is exactly how I want to feel when I have a Flash statue in front of me. So I think overall, Sideshow, Daniel Bell, the whole team there did a great job on the sculpt and design here. Alright, so we're going to move on. We're going to talk about paint on the statue, and there's not a lot to cover here. It's a pretty solid paint job overall. I mean, the base is pretty straightforward. You got the gray concrete of the street, the yellow street line down the middle there. The Flash himself, it's the very recognizable yellow and red suit that we all know and love. But they've gone with some darker tones here, especially some heavy dark shading in the red areas of the suit. And, you know, I don't mind that look. I think it adds to the seriousness of the statue. If it was a real bright sort of candy apple red, it might look a little cartoony. So I don't mind the colors that they chose for the statue here on the suit. He's got some nice skin tones on the face, some nice bright blue eyes, and they're looking both the same direction, which is always a nice plus on any statue. So overall, I don't really have anything to complain about here on the statue paint-wise. I think they did a pretty nice job. Alright, production and build quality for the statue. This is the collector edition of the statue, so it does not come with the exclusive swap out left hand where he's holding the Captain Cold gun. Now, I definitely do not consider that a must-have exclusive, so I think most people will probably be okay with just the collector edition here. Now, both editions do come with a minor switch out, and that's the earpieces on the mask. You can see here the more modern lightning bolt shaped earpieces, and you just pull those off and they connect into the side of the head with a magnet. And you can go with instead these more classic curved sort of wingtip versions. I think it's kind of a minor change in the look, but if you're a hardcore Flash fan, it might be a big deal. The rest of the statue, very easy to assemble. You got the base here, and then the body is largely one piece, including the head, which is pre-attached to the body. Both hands are removable. Left hand comes off at the wrist. The right hand comes off at the lightning bolt, so the whole glove is removable. So very easy statue to assemble, and it's a good quality feeling piece actually. The one concern with this statue is, will it lean over time? And only time will tell there. It does seem fairly sturdy. It does have quite a large key under his back foot that goes all the way down the full depth of the base, so it does feel quite sturdy in the base. I don't think it will lean. Hopefully Sideshow ran a large metal rod up through the leg to keep him nice and secure over time, but again, only time will tell. So right now, in hand, all I can say is it feels like a nice quality production from Sideshow. Alright, it's time to wrap up this review here. We got the Flash from Sideshow Collectibles. Now, after an over 9-year wait for this character, I think it would have been really easy to have unattainable expectations for the statue. Now, if you can set that aside, I think Sideshow has a really solid release here on their hands. You've got the Daniel Bell sculpt, great anatomy, great portrait. You've got a pretty solid paint job, a nice classic looking suit. It's a nice quality feeling piece. It feels nice and sturdy. I think most importantly, I think they've really captured that element of high speed that is so important to the character. So as I said, I think it's a really solid release from Sideshow. So there you have it, guys. The Flash, he's here finally. Hopefully you enjoyed that review. Stay tuned to the channel. As I say, there's always more coming. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon.